Hey Hoopers! Today I wanted to make a really quick video discussing the difference between inner diameter and outer diameter. In this video, I'm going to explain to you why there are two different measurements and how to calculate between the two different measurements. I will also provide you with an easy to use equation to measure inner diameter equal to outer diameter no matter what hoop tubing you are using. Let's get started. There are many different sizes of tubing for hula hoops. So that means the inner volume of your hula hoop can vary depending on how large your hula hoop is or how big your tubing is. So it might not seem like much because it is just fractions of an inch, but when it comes to hoop crafting and dancing, it really adds up. The outer diameter is measured from the outside of the tubing to the other end of the outside of the tubing. So that means that it includes the tubing in its measurements. This is the average way that you're going to see hula hoops measured. But there still are a lot of companies, especially LED hoop companies, that use inner diameter. This is the measurement of the diameter of the hula hoop without using any of the tubing. So it's the inner line of the tubing to the other inner line of the tubing. So the difference between the two is just how thick the tubing is. So what you have to do is you have to take the diameter of the tubing, multiply it by 2, and then either add or subtract that to your current diameter in order to be able to convert it to inner or outer diameter. Alright, that was a lot of information and a lot of geometry and math that I haven't used since high school, and I definitely didn't think it would be so relevant with my hobby of hula hooping. So I've already have the math and fractions figured out for you, so don't worry about whipping out your old calculator or algebra book. If you're trying to convert your hula hoop from inner diameter to outer diameter or vice versa, here are the equations you want to use. For 1/2 inch tubing, if you're converting your outer diameter hoop to inner diameter, subtract 1 inch. If you're converting your inner diameter hoop to outer diameter, add 1 inch. For 5/8 tubing, if you're converting your outer diameter hoop to inner diameter, subtract 1.25 inches. If you're converting your inner diameter hoop to outer diameter, add 1.25 inches. For 11/16 tubing, if you're converting your outer diameter hoop to inner diameter, subtract 1.375 inches, or you could just do 1.4 for rounding purposes. If you're converting your inner diameter hoop to your outer diameter, add 1.375 inches. For 3/4 tubing, if you're converting your outer diameter hoop to inner diameter, add 1.5 inches. If you're converting your inner diameter hoop to outer diameter, subtract 1.5 inches. And for 7/8 tubing, if you are converting your outer diameter hoop to inner diameter, subtract 1.75 inches. And if you're converting your inner diameter hoop to outer diameter, add 1.75 inches. I hope this was helpful. If so, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more hoop tips and tutorials. If you have any more questions about inner diameter and outer diameter conversions, feel free to leave a comment in below and I will reply. Thanks for watching.